Let's unleash the lawyers. Joining us tonight, Bradford Cohen out of Miami.
The taser is the hero of the chubby cop.
I think we learned a very valuable lesson is not to marry an escort.
Next on Mary King Live.
Bradford Cohen, criminal defense attorney, is in Fort Lauderdale.
We're delighted to have criminal defense attorney Bradford Cohen.
You're talking about minimum mandatory sentences that are proven that they do not work.
No yelling.
Absolutely incorrect.
Bradford Cohen is his name. He's a criminal defense attorney, and he's joining us now. Thank you very much for being here today.
Hi, how are you?
Straight out to my outstanding expert defense attorney, Bradford Cohen, who knows Lawrence Taylor personally. I hope you've settled down after your big debate from a few minutes ago.
I'm completely calm. You don't see me angry yet.
You know, Bradford brought up a great thing. Don't marry an escort.
Besides that, it still shocks me to even hear that people think they can hire a hitman to go out and kill somebody for $1,000, $1,200. I mean, the whole thing is preposterous.
Well, Bradford Cohen, would you use that as, oh, she's just a very immature little girl and she doesn't really know what she's doing here?
No, that's a moronic defense. I think the better defense might be an entrapment defense.
Bradford, would they have one attorney, all be tried together, with a 16-year-old be tried separately? What's your read?
I think they're probably all going to be tried together. They're not going to have one attorney, obviously, because that would be it's going to turn out to be a conflict. This realtor is definitely going to be your flip witness. She's working with the state's attorney now. Depending on what limited information she has, they may start offering some other of the individuals deals where they're going to start flipping on other people, and you're going to see a race to the podium here.
Just as we were going to break, I heard attorney Bradford Cohen saying something.
It's entered ex parte, which means the mother has no defense to this. So to take something so seriously as a baby away from a biological mother, it has to be a huge factual statement that is entered in there. These are not entered willy-nilly. A judge has to seriously look at this because there is no defense put on by the mother before they take the baby away.
Put Cohen and Judith up. Cohen, you could not be more correct.
Anybody on the panel disagree?
No.
Oh my
Jane's
gosh,
absolutely
that's
correct.
shocking.
Jane's
Obviously,
100%
there
correct.
are no Florida taxpayers on this panel. Or, well, JD, you're
There
a
are two Florida taxpayers.
You
Jane
get
and I are
you get
Florida
a pass.
taxpayers. Listen, the fact is that she's entitled to a good defense. She's entitled to get the evidence evaluated by expert witnesses. And if she can't afford those expert witnesses, or she can't afford transcripts of depositions, she's entitled to that money.
Well, first of all, why is the dad not being prosecuted immediately for this?
Essentially, this statute was so poorly written that it allows for this type of behavior without making it a penalty. And even if it was a penalty, it would only be a misdemeanor. So it was one of those laws that was written in 1973, and really what they should have done was, when writing this law, is connect it to a scientific or educational statute.
Right. Bradford Cohen. How long could she play the game of not taking the suit seriously before it catches up with her?
Generally what happens is if you miss a deposition or two, there's some leeway there. If the lawyer holds her feet to the fire, he'll file a order to show cause within the next deposition. The court will order her to be there. If she fails to show up at that one, then the court could go forward with a contempt hearing, and that may violate her probation.
Why not a charge of forcible rape?
You know, Jane, at this point, obviously, I can't answer that.
I can answer that. If we're assuming that he did have sex with her, there's no evidence that he forced her to have sex with her, because the pimp may have forced her to go to that room.
Bradford, if you were appointed, would you accept the challenge to be one of the defenders?
If I was appointed by a judge, I mean, that's my duty as a criminal defense attorney, and I uphold the Constitution as my duty. It's a tough one, though. This is a tough case, especially in terms of the facts.
We'll have you on again very soon. Bradford Cohen, criminal defense attorney.
Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
I guess Bradford is saying as a teen he never did anything silly. Good to know.
Oh, I did tons of silly stuff.
Thanks, guys.
I never got caught.